Just a fool, I thought I knew you act different when you pop too. I hope these words get through to you. I hope these words get through to you.
YouTube! What's good, everybody? Fix It. Today I'm back with another video. Now today we got Lions, Detroit Lions full ebook. Gonna be breaking down tight, and we're gonna be breaking down a little bit of bunch. Now this formation, this playbook has everything you need. So you have bunch tight end, you have trips, right? You have doubles, so you can ag, out of the 4 verts. And then there's just a lot that you have in this ebook. A couple good running plays and stuff like that as well. Pretty sure. Wait, what is it? It has wing stack, right? Yeah, wing stack and single back deuce close. So you got some running plays out of this ebook. Gonna be breaking it down. And yeah, let's get into personnel. All right, let's get into personnel. Personnel on this outside guy, you want to have outside apprentice, right? For sure, short in if you can, because when you audible to bunch, he's going to be on the outside solo receiver, so you're going to want to basically put your corner out on him. Yeah, tight end, you can have whatever. You can have short in if you want, if you have enough AP for it. But on this guy, it's a must that you have deep out elite and short in. This guy is going to be your bread and butter play when you run the PA slot cross, and you basically utilize it with the high ball rack to on man coverage and over zone coverage. So this is kind of your best play for this ebook. So make sure this guy is deep out and short in. So you can go deep out, short in, set feet, right? So that's 5. Outside apprentice, short in. That's what? If you have Larry Fitz or whatever, that's 1 and 2. So that's 3. So that's 8. And then you can go short in. That's 10, 12, or whatever you want to do. You can do short in on him and no short in on him, no short in on tight end, or short in on the my bad, brain farting. Short in on a receiver and no short in on tight end. Either way, you can mix it up, but just make sure you have your short in and outside apprentice on this guy and your deep out and short in on this guy. These guys are kind of interchangeable, and you can do whatever you feel. Also, I will say, if you guys have been watching the tournament that's been going on right now, bunch tight end is going to make a comeback. I don't think there's an ebook really that's on this. Yeah, I haven't really checked. I could look around, but if this doesn't, if there isn't, then I'll, make a little mini scheme out of this. But this is going to make a comeback. It has been doing a real good job in the tournament. There's people that's in top 16, top 32 already, running bunch tight end, and it's been doing really good versus the man meta. It's been you can actually pick up blitzes out of it, and then the alignment, there's a lot of man swap alignment glitches that kind of come out of this. So it's not really glitching, it's just man swaps with the motion and stuff like that. So yeah, the way the popular blitzes go against it, it's a good formation for that. So yeah, it's not in this ebook, but I will go over that soon. Let's get into the video. All right, so let's go over, we're gonna go over bench, right? Bench versus cover 3. This is gonna be the normal shell that you're gonna see when people do adjust out of man coverage. It's gonna be out of a shell of a cover 3 or something like that, right? It's gonna be a cover 3 shell or a hybrid, or if they do put zone, they're gonna run cover 3, right? So you need to have a cover 3 beater, and this is a cover 3 beater that can pretty much beat whatever. You're gonna come on and bench, and if you're on the wide side of the field, if you're to the short side of the field, you don't need to motion out the streak to clear out. But if you're on the wide side of the field, for example, if I wanted to throw that corner out over there to that right, this streak needs to be motioned out to clear out that deep blue. Otherwise, it's not going to clear out the deep blue. The deep blue is going to come down and play the corner route for a pick. So yeah, so you can block your running back like this. So for this, I'm going to basically, since I'm looking for that short side corner route, right, put the tight end on the streak and then be on a drag. You put be on a drag, you put him on a slant. If you expect man coverage, motion them out to basically get the look, see if they're man aligned. All right, whatever you want, but just for a drag. This is basically if you know they're in zone and they've been playing zone a lot. Nice little flood concept, boom. And what you're looking for, you have this drag route over the middle of the field. This is to just test their user. The user's probably going to be on the drag route, so you basically want to see what they're in. So if the user starts, guarding a drag, You have that streak. You have this corner route, right? You have the corner route. You have the streak from the seam streak from the tight end, right? You have the seam streak from the tight end that you can also hit as well. why would I want to show something? Dude just plays out of his mind. But yeah, you have the seam streak that you can basically hit as well. So you can throw that like that. You can quick snap throw it, and the user is not going to be able to like lurk a high ball like that. So you can basically not off the snap unless he's like playing far back, but usually people like to hover and get close to the line of scrimmage. So you can throw that like right there. Why is he overthrowing my high ball? Okay. All right. But yeah, you can basically throw it, quick snap it. Obviously, you guys know how Dave Casper works. I mean, there's certain stuff like unless you're like really newer to the game, you kind of understand like how this game is playing. So you can throw those high balls and very easily. So that's pretty much it. You have this corner route, and this is kind of what you're looking for in zone. You're basically looking for this corner route, right? And then you're looking for this drag route, and then boom, easy money. Now, one thing I just want to show you guys, if you do want to basically throw it to the other side, right? You can do the same setup to the other side of the field. Now, towards the wide side of the field, you want to make sure you motion out this corner route, right? You can also put this running back on the end to basically have, like, if you know they're like sending 3 or like sending 3, sending 4, and they're not really blitzing, like this is cover 3 if they're blitzing. You want to block your running back. You know what I'm saying? For a little extra time, you know what I'm saying? Pick up one blitzer, most likely a DB blitzer, have a little extra time to throw your corner route. But if they're not blitzing, you can actually put that running back on the in route, something like that. And then you can have that drag, you know what I'm saying? Let's say the user guard the in route, you have that drag, easy money, you can take it up the field, right? So remember that, just so you have in your arsenal. So also corner route. So if you're trying to look for the corner route on this side of the field, right? Have the same setup, you know what I'm saying? You can motion out. So same setup, right? Motion out this corner route, and then boom. Now you have this corner route right here, and you're hitting them on the other side of the field. So if the user starts getting a little happy and starts guarding the other side of the field, now you have it on the other side of the field. Now what this, you need to motion out. Remember, do not forget this motion, because this motion is basically going to clear out that deep blue, and pretty much it's going to make it easy for you to throw your route. So boom. Now after that, you have your drag. You do have your drag right there in the middle of the field. You could take, right? You could take it up. You could really hold on, let me show you this, right? You could really freeform this, right? And like get a really good rack animation. I'll show you guys like this, right? That was so bad. But you can like lead pass it up to get a really good animation. It's probably because he has set feet. Yeah, he does have set feet, so he's probably, let me see. Because I know with like a regular QB, you could lead past it. You can lead pass it like up, and it will actually go a bit farther. Set feet, since the ball comes out faster, you won't lead past it that crazy. But yeah, boom. So just make sure you motion over when you're putting your corner out to the wide side of your field if you're trying to get it open. You also have this. You also have that high throw if that like hook curl linebacker wasn't there. Let's say that was the user or something. You have this high throw. Now I'm gonna just show it again, because you do have this like right there. And a lot of the times he's not gonna drop it. You're gonna get a better animation, right? So let me show you. And he's just overthrowing it. But you're gonna get an animation where you just catch it, and you catch it towards the middle of the field. I want to kind of show it again. He's just overthrowing it, but you do have that high throw, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it versus zone. Let's get into man coverage, right? So let's show it again. And this Mike Evans route is really the route you're looking for right here. But yeah, let's get into man coverage. All right, so basically, bench, right, versus cover 0, cover 1. You're gonna be going up against a lot of man coverage, right? Hybrid coverage, man coverage, and pretty much what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to keep quick snap. Basically, the setups is quick snap the running back wheel, quick snap running back in, right? And let me show you. You don't really need much on how to throw it, but pretty much all you're doing, you're getting 0 blitz. The user is going to be hovering. They're going to be sending 6 at you. And pretty much what you want to do is you want to keep the user focused on the running back so that they basically can't hover properly. They have to basically be, you know what I'm saying, more anticipatory on what type of route you're throwing. If you're quick snapping the wheel, or if you're throwing that, if you're quick snapping the wheel like that, or you're throwing them running back in route. Now, this linebacker is manned up to this running back. If the linebacker is manned up to the running back in like Overstorm Brave, that means they're sending 5, and they're not going to get home right away unless they get like an 8 gap or something. All right, so this is going to be their user. That user, if that user is hovering in the middle, like the normal Overstorm Brave hover, when you hover over the DT in the middle, over like near the center, this guy is not going to be able to make it over there. And you're going to basically have this wheel route for like, you're going to have this wheel route for way more yards than this, right? But if the user starts hovering over the defensive end, right over 69, right over 78, basically, then you put them on an in route, right? You basically keep the user honest, right? And obviously, I'm only sending 4 here, and there's going to be more pressure normally, but this is just, you know what I'm saying? If you also remember, you can also motion snap block this. So if you want to do something like this, where it's like, keep the wheel, you want to get extra time in the pocket, so you want to motion snap block, right? So you can also do that, remember that. So just remember that, right? Now that was just in case like you're like, okay, you have a hell of time in the pocket, you're not gonna have that time. You're right, not gonna have a lot of time to throw Overstorm. But that's the difference between when you do send out 5 routes in Overstorm, remember, Overstorm is coming from the middle, so you want to step back just a little bit, basically, right? You want to step back just a little bit because you want to basically have that route as you're throwing. Like normal blitzes, like spinner and stuff like that. See how I step back in the pocket, drop a little, like one step back, because as the blitzers are coming to you, you basically want to pick up the outside guys, right, the defensive ends, and then you want to basically let the interior linebackers hit you because they're coming late. They're going to get to you slower than the defensive ends. If the defensive ends come at you, you're going to get fumbled or sacked or throw out a sack or something like that, or like under pressure throw. You want the inside guys to come at you because you're not going to get under pressure, so you kind of want to pick up the outside guys. So that's kind of what it is. And then so you want to drop a little bit farther back. If you see the outside guys got picked up, cool, drop a little bit farther back. For like spinner or something like that, you basically want to step up in the pocket because they're coming from the side of you. Step up or step left or step right in the pocket so you don't get so the DBs don't, you know what I'm saying, blitz you. It's just certain blitzes are a little bit different. LB blitz, you stepped up, you know what I'm saying? You stepped up and away from different. Overstorm, you want to step a little bit back, you know what I'm saying, depending on how you're blocking. Just get to give yourself a little bit more time, but not too far back, because if you get too far back, then you'll get an inaccurate throw. You know what I'm saying? Just like another step to give you that extra step, especially when you're sending out 5 routes. So pretty much you have the corner route on both sides of the field. With Shorten, with that tight end, Dave Casper, obviously, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have that corner route as well. But what you really are looking for, my bad to explain all of that, but what you're really just looking for is you're looking for the corner routes on each side of the field, and you're just looking to keep them honest with the running back ins and outs and stuff like that. So that's pretty much what you're looking for, right? Running back wheel, running back in, keep them honest. You have the corner route. Now the out routes can get, like, obviously if that's a KO, he does have a chance of dropping that though. So just be wary of that. The out routes can get open. They're not gonna get open like every single time, but they do have potential to get open sometimes. So, and this tight end is cooking without short end. So the out routes do have a potential to get open. If that's a user that's right there, don't throw it. Like if he's like behind him like that, but if they do put a linebacker on him and you have that little step, you can throw it. Easy money. You can possibly high throw that. Show you guys right there. Caught it out of bounds though. Let me just, yeah. So that's pretty much it for man coverage. For this, now I'm gonna get into the bread and butter for man coverage. All right, so the bread and butter of this ebook, man. The real reason why this ebook is like is really good. It's PA slot cross, and I'm gonna show you how to basically throw it so it can never be picked. And this is kind of what people you kind of been seeing the pros kind of run, but they do it out of the play drive corner when they audible from bunch. If you're watching the tournament, they audible from bunch to tight, and they run drive corner, and they kind of do the same kind of concept, the same with the deep corner route, high ball rack ag, right? So you basically free form high ball and rack at the same time. You're gonna hold LT and L1, and then you're gonna basically lead pass it, and then when when you throw that high ball, instead of just pressing Y and getting like a, you know what I'm saying, sometimes you'll get a rack animation, sometimes you'll get an ag animation, sometimes you'll jump and then fall down, like you're basically going upward and then falling down. But to get a high ball rack animation and keep going and basically not make it be able to get picked, and you get that over the arm, over the shoulder animation every single time, this is how you're going to want to do it. So versus man coverage, right? You have your deep out. You see how he has a step on him? He has a step on him. Once he gets that little step, and it's like, it's so little space that it's so crazy that you don't need that much space. You just need that little step right there, and then boom, right there. Yeah, I'll show you. I'm gonna show you right here. All right, I'm getting sacked, but you just need that little step on him. If you don't see that step, you see that step, boom, right there. Right there, and you get in that over shoulder animation. You do have to see that step though. Sometimes they will not get that step though, so you just have to pay attention. Like with all the good DBs, like good DB versus good wide receiver, you'll get that step like 75% of the time. So you get that step, rack, you get that over the shoulder animation, you'll catch it out of bounds. Now even close to the out of bounds, your guy will still keep his feet in bounds. So you just gotta, you know what I'm saying. You also have this route right here, this quick snap, and this is really good because you can quick snap this route. I mean, quick snap this play. My words been all jumbled up lately. I'm not gonna lie. I think I don't know, man. I need to take a ginger shot though, man. I need something to get my brain fog off, man. So if you see that step, right? You have this post corner is like a practice mode. Like I feel like it will work in regs, but not in MUT. But like, yeah. If you can hit that post corner sometimes in regs, I feel like it won't work in MUT because the DBs are so good. But you see that I threw that late because I was looking at that the underneath route, and I still threw that late, and I was still able to catch it. Now imagine with Calvin and Plaxico. Sometimes you get a crazy animation to where you'll get the rack, and then you'll break a tackle after. Like you'll break that first tackle because it's like, and also you see Godwin is like what 6'1". It's so much harder to overthrow with a tall receiver. Like if I had Mike Evans there, Mike Evans is not as fast, but he has deep out elite. So what happens is, let's say you're bumming it out, right? Let's say you're bumming it out and you're just throwing that route without like thinking about it. And like, let's say he didn't have a step. You see how he has a step? Like something like a catch like that was a rack, but sometimes that catch like that when the game recognizes he's close, right? Or sometimes you'll just get a bad animation. So that's a little bit close, right? He's still got the same animation. He might have been out of bounds though, but that's still a bit close. But when you're like close like that, let's say you throw where he doesn't have a step on him or he's behind him. Now with those big receivers and deep out elite, you can throw a bad read and still get rewarded for it. So like something like that where he's kind of close or he were to basically knock you down, that would be like an ag. You'll press Y right there with Plaxico, with Calvin, you know what I'm saying, with Herman Moore, whatever guy you have right there. And he's basically going to be able to ag him. It won't even be like that rack. He'll basically ag him, dunk on him, you know what I'm saying, put his nuts all over their face. And, you know what I'm saying, not to get, you know what I'm saying, too graphic. But if you guys are seeing how this game is played, I'm pretty sure you guys are, you know what I'm saying, if you haven't lived under a rock, this game is pretty, you know what I'm saying, wild. Now, if you're out of bounds, I like to press Y when I'm like close. Like when I'm super close to out of bounds, I don't like racking it. I don't know, I just press Y over it. Like, yeah, I pressed A right there, but sometimes if you're super close to out of bounds, just press Y or A. I don't know, you can rack it though. Like, yeah, you can rack it though to get over the throw and just like, because sometimes they do keep your feet in bounds. They keep your feet in bounds for stuff like that, but they don't keep your feet in bounds for like stuff that your feet should literally be in bounds. Look at the post corner cooking though. I've never really used this route in the game, but that post corner does cook. But yeah, this is how you throw this route versus man. That's really the two routes here that you're kind of looking for, right? Versus underneath though, this route does cook and I just don't pay attention to it. But versus underneath, if they do shade down and stuff like that, this Kyle Rudolph route, that tight end route, can't get open if they shade down. This quick snap and slant really does do a good job of getting open. You also can leave the play action. Like, all right, so for example, right, if you run a lot, right, this base is really good, right? So if you run a lot and you leave the play action, you can get their user completely out of the play. Like, so if you run a lot, right, and let's say you've been running, you know what I'm saying, you run to, you know, like every drive you run like at least 5-6 times maybe, right? Whatever. You can keep that play action, and now you can basically have their user completely out of the play. And if their user's completely out of the play, you have that Mike Evans route, that little drag slant. It's not really a drag, it's not really a slant. So I call it a drag slant. And that, you can basically keep their user out of the play. So yeah, so that works too. And this is kind of the bread and butter. You kind of, remember, get used to this. So to throw this ball, LT and L1 at the same time, high ball, free form, high form, right? That's what it's called, right? So high ball, free form, boom. When he has a step, see how he's on his hip like that? When he's on his hip like that, that's the close. That's when he's on his hip like that, where the throw is going to be broken up. It's never going to be picked, right? It's not. I'm not going to say never, but there's some times where the D-boy will literally slap the guy like and then pick it himself, or there's another defender and it'll tip drill, or it'll bounce around and then the DB will pick it. It's just a low percentage, like 10% chance. But now when it's like when he's on his hip and he puts his like hand on his hip, that means you're probably going to it's going to be very close, very tight, a drop, or you're gonna ag them. If you get the step to where you're like one step ahead of them, like that, one step ahead, that's a catch. Like, you can get KO'd though, but you don't get KO'd as much when you high form like this, right? You don't really get KO'd right there. So that's close. That's gonna be like an ag. That's gonna be an ag or a drop. Okay, he actually caught it. But yeah, stuff like that I've noticed. Like it's kind of easy to tell if it's gonna be an ag or a drop. Obviously, if they do some, shading and stuff like that, the route will get harder to throw. And then that's why you have other routes, right? If they do some shading and stuff like that, the routes get harder to throw. You got, you got other routes that you can throw, right? They do some shading, like whatever. You got your short end. They do some shading outside, over the top, or weird. Weird jambalaya and stuff like that. Then you got, you got other stuff, right? Boom. And then with the in route so you can bump them. So, easy money. That's it for PA slot cross. I'm going to show you guys a bonus. Hold on. Okay, I'm giving y'all a bonus, man. Cover 4 match, right? Cover 4, match coverage, bomb, right? At a PA slot cross. I'm giving y'all bonuses. Not in the ebook. A bonus for you guys, right? Cover 4 quarters. All right. Motion over Godwin. Streak Mike Evans. Right. Boom. Pretty much all you want to do. Bomb. Now, this is not in the ebook. This is something that I found a while back. And just, bro, do not tell nobody this. Like, it's like, certain stuff, like, you gotta, don't tell nobody, man. Don't tell nobody. Now, sometimes what's gonna happen is not gonna be 100% of the time. Sometimes Mike Evans is gonna get picked up late by that safety, but sometimes he's just gonna get bombed. And if he gets picked up late, just lob pass it. Easy, right? You lob pass it. Really, if you don't want to like risk anything happening, just wait a little bit and then just high ball free form it. But yeah. Streak, easy money. Put this guy on a beat. Wait for him to settle. Don't hike it in motion. And easy money. So like that. You see how he has a step on him? High ball it. Rack ag. Easy money. So that's pretty much all you want to do. Hold on. Let me throw this guy out of bounds. So he gets his ability off. Let me show it one more time. Don't tell nobody I told you this, everybody. Like, you just make sure, keep it a secret. Don't tell nobody about this. Boom. You see how he has a step on him? Easy money, high ball, rack, easy. So that's it, cover 4 quarters. That's a cover 4 quarters bomb match. Not in the ebook, and this is like, I don't know, I haven't seen this. I don't even see people motion over this route. This looks like a terrible, combo, and it looks mad jumbled. So I've never seen people even do that, so. And you see how he's wide open? Sometimes he gets wide open, sometimes he gets the step late. It just depends on like the bump that happens off the line, and then what the game wants to basically register as them. Like if they don't pick up the match off the line, boom, he looks like he's gonna get it right there. You don't want to lob it because with the lob, you see that's what happens. Because with the lob, they go up for the ball at the highest point, and that basically gives the defender a chance to like knock him out the play and knock the ball. With the high form, oh yeah, I didn't even need a high ball right there. But yeah, it's also safer to high ball, even when you don't need to. It's a little bit safer. But yeah, that's it. All right, now zone killer, right? PA slot cross. This play is flipped, right? Short side of the field. So all you want to do, streak Mike Evans. street Godwin, and then similar concept to bench, right? Similar, very similar, right? Easy. Boom. Have the tight end. Quick little slant drag, just slant drag route, drag slant route or whatever. Boom. You also when you're running a short side, you actually do have the space, so that's a big receiver. Even he's not that big, but you see how there's a real big pocket to have that seam. So this is actually the play that you probably want to come out and run this versus zone every single play. 2 seam streaks, a corner route, short side of the field, and then a drag slant route that gets in the pocket of zone. And you don't even have to high throw that, but it's just better to high throw it just in case. Probably not better like realistically, right? Because it's wide open, right? But when I mean better, it's just like you don't want any easy money. But yeah, you can take that nice little seam. This play right here probably is what you should run on zone no matter what. First, if you see zone and your players run his zone, your opponents run his zone, run this every single play. Run this every single play. I probably would do a video on this, just this. Every single play. Run this every single play for 1,000 yards. You know what I'm saying? Whatever thumbnail, fake title that, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna put. But yeah, because you have this seam. It's just that what happens with this is like versus cover 3, that outside third just stays outside and he doesn't, and then the curl, whatever flat is gonna go to the flat. And since there's nothing over there, you would think that since there's nothing over there, they would basically like stay in, but he doesn't get bumped. Usually seam streaks get bumped. The seam doesn't get bumped. It's just a nice little pocket of the window, right? Nice little pocket, doesn't get bumped. Easy, you know what I'm saying? Easy to high ball, easy to throw in regs, easy to throw in mud, easy to throw in franchise, whatever. So run this every single play, easy money, and you're gonna basically do well versus zone. Obviously, they can, you know what I'm saying, man it up to stop it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't be telling people how to stop it in a, you know what I'm saying, offensive ebook, right? I should do it on the defensive, but yeah. Let me throw this out of bounds so Tom Brady gets whatchamacallit, his ability off. But yeah. Oh yeah, he doesn't have like a crazy ability. It's just like pro reads. I forgot. I only do that for Mike Evans. But yeah, seam, 2 seams, boom. You can even have that right there. Like right there, you have a window to throw that high ball right there. Seams are really good this year versus zone, versus cover 3 and stuff like that. So that's it. Oh yeah, Mike Evans is out. Let me I'm trying to. Hold on. Let me throw it out of bounds real quick, and then let me get to this right here. So let me throw it to Mike Evans out of bounds. Wait. Okay. I'm supposed to throw it out of bounds, right? Did it work? Okay. Boom. All right. Let's go into cover 2 now for this. I went over this in the other tight ebook, but drive corner is in this. Is it in this ebook? Drive corner is. It is. Okay. So boom. All right. Is in this playbook. That's what I meant. Okay. Yeah. Drive corner. All right. So boom. What do we do? PA slide cross versus cover 2. Still works. This works versus cover 2 as well. All right. 10-2. So it's better versus wide side. So boom. Same, you can, you know what I'm saying, keep the drag. You can go like this, keep the drag, same thing, like kind of as the same setup as the other, with 2 seams, right? 2 seams, right? B, wide open. But really, I really like this, keeping that little drag slant is actually not a bad route, man. It's really not a bad route. So, easy money sniper right there. Can't, you know what I'm saying, not too much, not too hard. Also, right, it's a little tight end route. Right? This tight end route looks like it will get open versus cover 2, right? It does. So high throw, free form. Tight end route does get open versus cover 2. So just remember, you have the option for that as well. I'm gonna keep it right there because it's like a little, yeah. Okay. Yeah, high ball free form. That tight end does get a. You may want to streak this guy, Mike Evans, right here. I mean, not Mike Evans. Godwin. Keep that outside safety focused. He got bumped, and I should have threw that earlier. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You have a bomb versus cover 3, and I mean not a bomb. Bomb versus match. Big yards versus cover 3, cover 2, right? So, pretty easy, right? has a step on him. I form it, easy money. That was a nice free form because I pre-formed it to the opposite side shoulder. He kind of matched onto him late, and I just free-formed it to his opposite side shoulder. So you can do that versus zone, cover 3. I mean cover 2, easy money. That was a aggressive catch. I thought he was coming back to undercut the ball. He didn't. You have something like that, easy money, free form. High ball, you can just streak the tight end. That was just a simple seam streak versus cover 2. All right, nothing too fancy, nothing too special. Easy money. Easy money. So that's it versus zone. Let's get into last few plays. All right, next play we're going to be going over is slot post. Slot post. This is, you need short in. You really want to have short in on that tight end route. Now, if he's fast, you probably don't need it like a Dave Casper or something like that. It might, but you really want that short in. So you see this Kyle Rudolph route? That little tight end route cooks man coverage. So pretty much what you want to do is streak the outside guy, outside X, zig this outside guy right next to the tight end post route, and then you can slam Mike Evans, right? Now, nice little slant post, easy, you know what I'm saying, easy money, good versus zone, good versus man. But really versus man coverage, you're looking for that slant, and you're looking for that tight end post. Now that tight end post did a good job. Now the only thing about this tight end post is that if you don't have short end, sometimes he'll get separation, but then he won't leave him. Like short end, he'll just leave him in the dumps. So that's one thing that you want to look for. You can out route this Godwin route. You can in route it. I mean, not in route. Out route, zig, or flat route it. If you know it's man coverage, might as well just out route it or flat route it. Zone coverage, out route in flat will do a good job if they have zone drops and stuff like that. So you just look for that. Got the slant coming across the middle of the field. Basically, gonna have to put the user in a choice between what he's gonna guard. Right now. You also have something like this, right? Where you can really put the user, you can really stress the user out. That was a perfect example. The user got bumped by the other linebacker, I think. I didn't, was that the other linebacker? I'm pretty sure the user got bumped by the other linebacker. But this is a perfect stress situation, right? To where user has to choose, right? I just aggressive catch towards the ball right there. But yeah, the user will have to choose if you have this running back in route. So you have the slant, zig, in, something like this, right? Easy money. Now you have to, you know what I'm saying? The user will have to choose, slant, boom. And this is good versus like if they're not blitzing. Now, if they're blitzing, right, and they're blitzing you heavy, you block the running back. If they're blitzing you really heavy, let's say like you can't stop it, right? They're blitzing you really heavy. You can always motion block this guy, right? And now you have, you know what I'm saying? Now you would have your 7 guys blocking. Let's say they were sending 6 and you're just getting hollered at every single time, right? They're sending 6, but it's humming at you. It's a good setup to where you can motion block. So, boom. Motion him a little bit in more though, like because he was blocking nobody. But that's like if there's like maybe this would be more versus like 6-1 blocking because you'll basically get picked up on the edge. But yeah. So, but the thing about when you're motion blocking, this is like kind of one thing I want to tell you. Like if you are gonna motion block and stuff like that, you can do it. If you're like on a key down and you have threat detector and you know they're blitzing, you're trying to cook up a dot. One time, like for example, this is like how do I explain this? If you're gonna motion block, right? When you do motion block, sometimes give them a halfway look to where you're motion blocking, but you're still sending the running back out. So for example, let's say I'm gonna motion block, right? I would give a look where if you always motion block and you always have a look where you're blocking 7, the user will just start guarding the post or guarding the slant, and he'll have a better opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, make a play. But if you motion block, right, then you have the running back. If that user, that's obviously somebody manned up to it. But if you throw that running back, the user like, okay, he motion blocks. Every time he motions over, he blocks. I know he's gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's a cat and mouse game. I know he's gonna block 7. You have that running back on a wheel route, you have a free touchdown for the running back. You know what I'm saying? Wide open, because the user in man coverage when they're zero blitzing is gonna put that themselves on the running back. So that's something to keep in mind. You know what I'm saying? A little tactic that you could use. Like that's not in the ebook. That's just like a little, you know what I'm saying, technically that you can use, especially if you're like new to passing and stuff like that, and you want to get like easy little touchdowns, like stuff like that. Stuff like that is just little ways to like trick the user. You know what I'm saying? Trick the opponent. Basically, get them in a situation where they have to basically think and use their brain, and then something like that. So, and it also basically helps because, for example, if you put the wheel route, now the user is away from the middle of the field. So the user being away from the middle of the field, now you can throw this route without having to basically throw it like a high ball away from the user, wait, you know what I'm saying? Now if the user is basically allocated to this running back, right, and you know, okay, cool. Now if I wanted to throw my slant, and my slant, let's say my post is getting bagged, let's say he has a hook curl over there. If my post is getting bagged or something like that, and I want to throw my slant, right, and I put the running back wheel over there, right, force the user to go over there. You know what I'm saying? It's just about, you know what I'm saying, tricking them. You know what I'm saying? Playing around a little bit with them. Pause. But yeah, that's it for that. That's pretty much it. All right, now next play, good versus zone, right? Really good yardage versus zone. That corner route, deep corner route, good versus cover 2, good versus cover 3, and you can basically throw it the way that the corner route is. You can throw it, and it has more like it's going deeper, so it has more of a like a rack, more space on the field for you to rack it, right? So pretty much, boom, simple setup. If you're not getting blitz, you can keep the flat. You know what I'm saying? If you want to block the running back, you can. Boom, right there. High ball, tight end. That's one of the reads you can make. Another read you can make is boom right there. Got the drag. Got the flat. Boom, drag right there. Easy, right? That's another read you can make. All right. You also have this corner route. This is your main read that you're gonna look for right here. Is this corner route. Easy money, right? That's the main read that you're looking for, and that's pretty much what's gonna get, you know what I'm saying? It gets behind, like, because this corner route is so deep, it gets behind the 20. I think only a 25 or 30 will basically guard this. So it gets behind the 20, which is really good. It just takes it takes some time in the pocket, right? You see that? Like, you're getting hit as you throw. If they do come in at a normal time, there's like the normal time to blitz would be like engage, shed, right? But there's like times where you're running, when your O-line blocks better than that, engage, you know what I'm saying, shed. That's kind of like, also another thing, you gotta have to think in your mind, right? When you're like labbing and stuff like that, and then you're simulating your lab stuff, think in your head, engage, shed, get the ball off. Like, that's, like, if you're like a beginner and something like that, and you want to like kind of think in your head, kind of think of stuff like that. Engage, shed, get the ball off. This is before you even like recognize pocket presence. This is my bad to go into this, but like engage, shed, get the ball off. Like, that's kind of how you want to kind of, as a new player, if you kind of, you know what I'm saying, or beginner or whatever, even intermediate, before you like kind of like get like really good, kind of think in your head, engage, shed, get the ball off. Like, and then when you start getting good, you'll start looking at the D line, seeing if they're getting animations of shed animation, seeing if you're getting A gap, engage, step up, shed. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you kind of know, okay, I'm getting the ball off at that shed point, because that's where they're gonna start humming at me. This is what our blitz is. Right? And you can kind of simulate the same in edge trap. You're gonna see animations before that. So that was a bad read. Didn't even turn to the side. But yeah, that's kind of what you want to, you know what I'm saying, you're looking for right here. You can throw this versus cover 4 as well. I see he's actually, you know what? I think I'm tripping. Because isn't match coverage on? Wait, let me see, because I'm pretty sure my match is on. That's why I'm like, yo, my match is on. Yeah, this is bugging. Yeah, my match was on from earlier. Wow, okay. But yeah, let me show cover 4 versus cover 4, because you can throw this versus cover 4 as well. When you throw this versus cover 4, even versus short side, I show it without short side, but even versus short side, you want to basically throw that. You want to, even versus short side, you want to motion out. Does a good job versus cover 4 when you motion out like that. So it's like that. So you'll still have like a window to throw. It's a little bit more risky, right? You can down pass lead that. So I'll show you guys without it, right? So without it, see how he's like, it's like a throw that's like, I can't. It's hard to. You can't make. I'm gonna try to show it with a downward pass lead. Let's see. But then it's like I'm like looking at it, boom. Okay, there's a window to throw that, but I just feel like even versus short side, the motion out gives you more space. So show right here. You feel me? Like the throw is a little bit, it's a little bit tight. Don't get me wrong. All right, now bunch. There's a little bit of bunch in this ebook, so pretty much what you want to come out of a bunch trail. Went over this in Washington, but yeah, this is Alliance, right? And some of you guys not going to be here for this, so boom. This is basically zone coverage killer, right? So zone coverage killer. Out route the tight end, in route drag or slant the solo side receiver, and then put the outside receiver Godwin on the street. Now motion him out. Same concept. Wide side of the field when you're trying to hit your corner out, you need that motion. So easy setup. What you're looking for, you have the out route, boom. You're looking for this corner route. This is the main route that you're actually looking for, so make sure you try to hit that for as much as possible. You can hit your out route if they're, you know what I'm saying, maybe you're getting like a 5-man blitz or something like that, something that's not too heavy. All right, you can hit that out route right there. In route still is, there's still a window to hit that in route, right? If the user's not there, if the user is like guarding, like if the user runs to the corner route, you still have the in route. All right, just wait till it gets in the pocket in between the zones. The out route is there versus anything, like it's there versus curls at the end, towards the end. It's there on clouds early, but you're mainly looking for this corner route to the sideline. Do not highball that. You don't really need to. You can just throw regular. So easy money. Also, you can keep the running back on a wheel, depending on if they're like, if you don't know what they're in, all right? You can kind of quick snap this. If you put that guy on an in route or a drag route, you can quick snap it and kind of make a makeshift screen. What I mean by makeshift screen is that since he's coming on that little in or drag, right? When you quick snap this, right, he's gonna basically block, and he dropped the ball right there. But yeah, he's gonna basically block. I'll show it right here, right? He's blocking, and you know what I'm saying, you got one man, maybe 2 man to beat. But yeah, that's if like zone dropped or something like that, or like curls or something like that, clouds. So you just got to basically look and basically be kind of knowing you're going to throw it before you throw it, and then depending on what zone is over there, then decide not to if you don't want to. So have that right there, sideline, easy money, take it up the field. Now short side, a little different, the same but different. Short side, where is it? Bunch trail. Short side bunch trail. Where is it? Cover 3. So I didn't put it on the short side. I didn't flip it. Oh my god. All right, it's all good. I'm gonna flip it right here. So short side. All right. If you're getting like, you don't need to motion out. So for example, you can go out, streak. You don't need to motion. All right, and you're still gonna be able to get that corner route wide open. Because since you don't need a motion because you're on the short side of the field, so you don't need to motion that streak to clear it out, right? To clear that zone defender out. So now, for example, right? If you're getting like heavy zone blitzed, right? Oh my god, I just messed up. My bad, I gotta flip it again. I should have just flipped it, right? So if you're getting heavy zone blitzed, for example, you can basically motion over this tight end, right? Motion over this tight end, and then basically remotion it and snap it. So remotion him and then snap it as he's coming back, and you have easy corner route, right? If you're getting zone blitz, that's if you're getting zone blitz like heavy, like I'm talking about like 6, yeah, like 6+. So that's something you could do. Also easy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you also have this tight end route, right? This tight end bunch trail route. This tight end trail route, really good. Like honestly, really good. That trail route is like really good versus man coverage. We'll get into it right now, but yeah, simple setup versus zone. We'll go into the man coverage setup. Now, second setup, right? Man coverage beater. This is your bread and butter man coverage beater. When you're audibling from tight to bunch. Remember, that's why it's the line store. So you're audibling from bunch to tight. Boom. You have bunch tight end in, trip tight end in there too. So boom, setup. Right, set up your play, pretty much. This is all you're gonna want to have, right? Streak, corner route, bunch, the trail route. Easy. You got 3 man beating routes, right? And in this, what you're looking for that high ball rack that you know what I'm saying, we were talking about earlier, and this is the main man beater. So this is really good if you're like on the, like, whatever hash, like that if you're on this hash, right hash, and then you have a lot of space for that corner route, right? You have that corner route, you're giving it a lot of space. Now, you also could like have a drag underneath or something like that, but you don't really need to. And that's no short end, right? And he's just frying. He's frying without short end. That's no short end, and he's frying like that. This is nothing lighting up on him, right? He has slot-o-matic, but he's not lighting up because he's not in the slot. So there's nothing lighting up on him. If you see, he's not even having, and he's cooking. Now, he's cooking with nothing lighting up. Now, when you have like short end or something, he's gonna fry, right? Obviously, fry man coverage. But yeah, this is what you can have. Obviously, you can motion over. You can motion over and drag, right, to keep that corner. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Still got separation. Now, the reason why I kind of don't like to motion over the drag, because then the drag and the trail route kind of get a little bit jumbled, right? And kind of want to have this trail route to keep the user in the middle. So then, I did have my C route. Didn't throw it. The trail route didn't get as open as it usually gets. Trail route usually gets open a lot, so had my C route again, didn't throw it. But yeah, as the trail route with short and elite gets open like crazy. But that's what I'm really looking for. But it's not really getting open, but it really does do the best job of getting open, honestly. Okay, my other corner route. I was looking for my other corner route as well. My other corner route finally got open, but. Yeah, you have 2 corner routes that basically do a real good job of getting open. And you have basically something that the users, boom, right there. Easy money. You see how you got wide open? The user basically is going to have a hard time of choosing what they actually want to guard, right? And you can use the setup versus zone too to see if they're in zone or man, right? You can be the setup that you come out in to see if they're in zone or man, right? Because if they're in zone, then you hit that corner route, boom, he left them in the dumps. And that's pretty much it for man coverage. This is your man coverage bread and butter beater. So bread and butter beater, I like that. You know what I'm saying? That was smooth with me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Bread and butter beater. But yeah, bread and butter beater. Man coverage.